factory, and then the toys are sentient and evil.
Dude, that's messed up.
So original.
I mean, Luna's 5
Yeah,
and Ferris is 9, so it's like that's a level of them to be like, it's scary. I'm 5 years old, you know,
it's
whatever.
Scary. What if my toys were like tried to kill me? Child's play.
Okay, pay attention.
Except Chucky, though. That guy is scary.
What? I did it
What?
perfectly.
Don't rush it.
I guess I'll do it late.
3, 2, 1.
Doing it late is better.
Stupid.
Did you
Yeah.
see that? I was
Yep.
right on it.
But yeah, that was a fun period of time. I just remember we got done with 1 and I was so angry. Before we even like went to the next video, I was like, no! And I got the refund on it because it was like, you have 10 minutes played on this game. And almost every game I downloaded had like 30 minutes into it because I was like, at max.
Well, yeah, because they're not really that interesting.
Yeah.
You're just trawling through garbage
Some of them were pretty interesting.
for the right reason.
There was the one where it was a space hotel game where you were in a space hotel.
Nice pause.
And it was all Russian.
Oh, okay.
And it was a one of those games where there's like one enemy like going around all the different like you know, areas, and you have no ability to fight them. And I remember the enemy made absolutely no noise of any kind, which is actually pretty frightening.
Mm-hmm.
Even when it moved, it made no noise because the game was that poorly programmed. So.
And then what happened when it got close to you?
Well, I almost beat it, and then I didn't, because there's no checkpoints, and I was like, nope.
Alright, so we're about to fight AirBuster.
Is there
This
at
is,
least a
I would say this is
jump scare, or-
officially the first
Yes, there's
hard
jump
boss.
scares.
Okay.
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Look!
Double
You
hunt.
just choose on spot.
The eyes of one who has bathed Mako, which would make you a soldier.
Ex-soldier.
Once a soldier, always a soldier. Well done.
That's not true. He's ex-soldier.
Actually, he's
Just
not
said-
even ex-soldier.
Once an
Oh,
ex-soldier, always an ex-soldier.
He was an ex-Hojo experiment.
Rip.
This is classified, of course, but every
He incubated in
That's right.
the Shinra Manor for like 4 years in a test tube.
Rip.
With the next word, you strike me as the type to go on without that.
Ain't enough hours in the day to hold you to account for all your crimes.
And what a wasteful indulgence it would be, even if they were in the Okay.
I don't think that guy has any room to talk about
What is
indulgence.
Mako? The life stream. The lifeblood of the planet. Our
Planet's dying, Cloud.
But Shinra keeps on slurping it up like a thirsty dog. What do you think's gonna happen if you don't stop, huh?
We do indeed keep on slurping it up, as you say, but for whose benefit, I wonder. The true nature of Mako is known to one and all, yet the people willfully turn a blind eye to the cost. As you must surely be aware.
Don't you dare try to put this on us! If anyone's going along with your plans, it's 'cause you brainwashed them!
Such methods are beneath me. As are you, my faithful silverettes. Henceforth, allies of wicked Wutai, our sworn enemy. Thank you for stoking our people's patriotic fervor.
Ah, yes, Wutai. The battle.
The hell we are! You still don't understand your role in this.
No.
What do they do? Don't you see? You fools were never in control. Never
To be
in
fair, that was a really stupid idea in the first place.
great and glorious war.
To do the same thing twice, yeah.
Do the same thing. Put the bomb in the same place.
Insurrection routine.
Not have a timer on it.
Well, they had a remote detonator, so the second they got out, they could blow it up, but that's in the best case scenario.
God damn it.
Oh,
Now
Tifa.
let us raise the curtain on our main event.
What if they just tricked them into, like, detonating early when they were not in a safe place?
Yeah, if it just detonated in like a millisecond after they were on it,
Yeah.
that would solve everything.
Yeah. That would be way smarter.
But they wouldn't have a scapegoat to drop a plate because the economy.
I like how in the first game they like very, very gloss over the Wutai war.
Yeah, they really do.
And it seems like it's going to be a much bigger thing. And then eventually you find your way to Wutai and you're like, hey, it's a place.
Yeah, in the past, like, Shinra, Midgar, and Wutai fought. In fact, in Crisis Core, there's a couple missions they have to do in Wutai. But it's not super important.
But when you get to Wutai, it is like 3 screens.
Yeah, but that's the power of 1997 PS1 games.
Yeah, but Midgar was like 200 screens. If not more.
That's because Midgar's Midgar, baby.
I guess I don't remember like much of the lore, like with the war between Midgar and Wutai, and actually, you know, it did seem almost like it was just like an afterthought.
Well, the
story-wise in the first place.
The only time it was important is when Eris's mom, her husband died, because he was fighting in the Wutai War. That's the only time I can really think of where it was like a thing.
It
Oh,
had
come on.
kind of the vaguest plot relevance.
Although I kind of like that, like, it's pretty cool when they, like, it's a piece of world building. They knew they weren't ever going to get into it, but they're like, hey, this world is lived in, it exists.
Yeah, but at the same, you know, it's very, you're right, it's a very good piece of world building, and it's very, like, relevant to our time, because, like, you know, back when Final Fantasy VII was released, like, you didn't really have, like, this big sense of, like, nationalism or, like, patriotism that, like, you have today. Like, so, like, this kind of thing makes sense, whereas, like, in 1997, it would have been, like, you know, alright, well, who cares, want us, like, I don't understand or empathize with the feelings of, like, nationalism or patriotism. And then 9/11 happened.
Too soon.
Literally too soon.
Yep, Final Fantasy VII was too soon to capitalize, not capitalize. But yeah, it's just interesting how they're integrating that, like, kind of current trend as far as nationalistic thought into Final Fantasy VII.
They know.
They know.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Watch and learn. Just make sure you got my back, all right? Take it over. Yeah. My turn. Deal with that.
Oh, who'd you summon?
You still haven't used Eris at all, right?
We haven't even met Eris.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
I mean, we did at one time.
For like a second, yeah.
Oh, that's just the summon gate. You didn't actually summon anyone.
He's coming. Yep. Maybe. Why did AirBuster even come over here?
He needs to use a special melee-only
There we
attack
go.
that
I'll
he is
summon
a big robot has for some reason.
Rar. Yes, summoning Bahamut against AirBuster.
Yeah, that is really stupid. You have a robot who, it seems like principally, like, the reason you build it is to, like, stay airborne and away from the enemy. And you give him big fists, too, so he can go up and punch if he needs to, I guess. That's a very interesting design. Can't say I get it.
What's not to get? He's got a punch.
Barrett fell unconscious.
Sure did.
Oh, you hate when...
Yeah, this fight isn't doing too great, but it's...
Oh.
Good to go?
Arise is so friggin' awesome.
It's extremely good. It's really awesome that it's actually good in this game because you can't actually use Phoenix Downs in hard mode.
Is it just me, or did Bahamut do nothing?
He attacks automatically, but he really doesn't do a whole ton of damage other than Mega Flare. The problem is that you can do like special skills with him, but he does like he needs 2 bars for everything. You have to interrupt that by using Thundaga, but I just did not have an ATB boost.
Don't overdo it. Oh, God. Watch and learn. Boom.
Gotta love it.
It's not over yet.
Tifa's probably dead again.
Well, I like the background of the... I just noticed it now, of the Shinra building. Pretty nice.
You can take him with chip damage from here, right?
Easy.
Just keep shooting. Like nothing.
Tiger, calm down. Are there any, besides at the, besides in the, what would you call it, the battle arena, are there any optional bosses in this game?
You can do the ultimate challenge of this game is doing all the summon fights again on hard mode all in a row, and if you do that, you get the best accessory in the game. But there's really nothing else other than that.
Okay.
And for whatever reason in vanilla FF7, there's like a super boss against a mech, but they removed it in Intergrade. I don't know why.
Huh.
But they did add one fight against Vice, which is a Dirge Cerberus final boss. I guess that's the super boss of this game. But they replaced the mech with Vice for whatever reason.
Cloud? Oh man. I wonder if he's gonna see Sephiroth during this sequence.
He's fallen into live stream, bro.
Oh man.
Hey, buddy.
Now he's not falling or at all.
Yeah. Made it through with just a couple of scraped knees back then. Back then. What do you say? We doing this? Have we? Never mind about that. Right now, we need to focus
Friggin'
on
love this
yourself.
song. I forget which one it is from the FF7 soundtrack,
Yeah,
but
I really like it too.
Why not?
I think this might be a Genova theme.
Yeah.
No, I'm probably wrong.
Hey, who are you? Who are you?
I am your
That was almost like that one line.
Wait,
wow. There's still so much.
Eris is Sephiroth?
That's right.
Oh.
My God. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I
Maybe
knew
you're
it.
not okay. Ah, he lives. Finally awake, are we?
You're
It's Eric. And you are?
Cloud.
Nice to meet you again.
Again, huh?
What? You don't remember? What about the flowers?
Oh, the flower girl. And this is...
An old church in the Sector 5 slums. You came crashing through the roof without so much as a lookout below.
Oof.
Fell right into my flower bed. Lucky for you.
Kind of like Eris's voice actress.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's pretty right.
I didn't mean to...
Don't worry about
Hey.
it. They're a lot tougher than they look. This place...
It's not like the best dub in the world, but it's definitely serviceable.
I don't know how the flowers really
You
helped
dropped
him.
this when you landed.
Have you ever landed in a bed of flowers, Ben? As someone who has, they help.
I mean, most of the impact was probably him crashing through the ceiling.
Not like mine.
He probably only survived because he has Genova
Mine's
cells.
not good for anything at all.
Oh, spoilers!
What? Oh
I
no.
actually did miss the line.
Don't even! FF7 Part 2.
Bet you just don't know how to use it.
Could be. Though, I really don't mind. Just having it is enough. It was a gift from my mother. Pretty crazy, huh? Us meeting again like this. You should stay a while.
Alright, I'm just gonna load a save that has Eris and Cloud with the right materia set up.
You should instantly leave.
Yes. You should calmly explain to her that you're a wanted terrorist.
Eris is probably the best character in the game. She has 514 in magic attack in my particular setup. And with MP Absorb and like this min-max magic attack, Lightning Thundaga usually does max damage. The problem is with this MP Absorb is that it doesn't actually absorb like 99 MP each time. It only absorbs the damage it actually inflicts. So if like the enemy only has 2000 HP, then it'll only absorb 20 MP. That's sort of the only downside to that material, but otherwise it's amazing. Otherwise, I don't know. MP ups, HP ups. Yeah, and Cloud I put like a Fury Ring on. Yeah, there we go. Which gives him Berserk. So I'm really like min-maxing both offense and magic attack. So we'll see how it goes.
So Aerith is the
Really? You
the
will?
best
In that case,
physical attacker, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who?
Aerith.
Oh, Eris.
Stop making
Yeah.
fun of Ben's speech impediment.
And who are you?
he's my bodyguard. And a soldier. Pretty cool, huh?
A soldier? Ex-soldier. Well, what do you know? You've got the eyes at least.
Yeah, Rina's voice is exactly how I expect him to be.
I think they've been using the same Reno voice actor ever since like Advent
Oh,
Children.
wow.
I guess.
And,
Forgot about that.
and surprisingly, they like cast him perfectly every
Just do this
time.
for me, okay?
I don't think she really has the right to ask him for anything.
It'll cost you.
Dude, FF7 Remake beat TFO's Reno more than the original game by a million.
Huh. Well, you're weird
Didn't
enough to be
Cloud buy a flower? Or did she just give him one?
He asks how much, and then she says it's free for you.
Oh, okay. So this is repaying a favor.
Hey, watch the flowers!
You heard the lady.
Sorry, boss.
Kind of rude with the
I always thought that this scene in the original game was kind of weird, because you just end up, like, walking out back, and I think after you leave, one of the Shinra soldiers walks on the flowers, and he goes, like, hey, get off the flowers. I always just thought it was such a weird scene, maybe weirdly translated.
Yeah, and Reno doesn't do much. I mean, he's pretty hands-off, like, he has to be. But it is a pretty weird scene. Alright, so this fight, if you try to attack him, like, just out of nowhere, he'll counter you for, like, almost everything. So the best way to fight this is wait for him to attack and then use counter stance. And since I have, like, a min-max attack set up with Berserk on, it takes a lot of damage.
Oh boy. The only thing I have to say about Reno is, he's fast!
Do you really have to fight with flowers?
Of course he's BTFOing me. It's fine.
Who's that? Oh. Does he use Trine? I kind of forget.
He definitely doesn't use it in this fight. I'm not sure about the second fight.
Coming for ya!
Not a pretty fight, but whatever. So, the pretty crazy thing about this is that Cloud was about to kill Reno before
Yeah, he really was.
before the Whispers intervened. And, like, this happens twice. Like, in the second fight, Reno almost dies again. I don't know what this game has against Reno, but, like, man, like, Cloud is so strong in this game.
Honestly, we don't know. I know he was raising his sword overhead with what is ostensibly supposed to be a sharp edge. But maybe he's rising above his head, and then he's swinging it around to hit him across the face with the
Yeah,
flat
sure.
side.
I don't think Cloud is dumb enough to not kill a Turk if he has the opportunity to.
Wow.
Question of the part, who's your favorite Turk? Ben?
Erdogan,
What?
Rude.
the president of Turkey.
Got it. Mine is Zhang. Because in the original game, you never see him after the Temple of the Ancients, and I don't know what happens to him.
That's pretty cool. What's the blonde rookie's name?
Elena?
Yeah.
I was
Eleanor.
gonna say no. I think it's Elena.
Elena, yeah, it's Elena. It's Elena, yeah. She's not in this one yet, right?
I don't think she appears one time. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Rude is also a good choice. They're all pretty cool.
Yeah, Reno Rude. I think everyone hates Sang, though.
Hey, who's shooting? What are you supposed to do with them anyway?
Hey, you okay?
Probably. Or maybe not.
Can you throw some barrels on the guys?
So much as a scratch on her.
So when I played this game originally, I really started to understand what the Whispers were doing, like, in this entire scene. They're just ensuring that everything goes to plan. Like, Reno can't die, Eris can't die. Eris also can't get captured, and both of them escape. And, like, once I realized that, I was like, oh, the Whispers are, like, making sure that the original events of FF7 happen, no matter what.
Could drop that.
Whether that's a good plot device or not, I don't know. But that's what they were trying to do.
I can't get to her.
Alright, so this is insanely stupid.
This is me IRL.
Yeah, there's a lot of these, like, weird parkour segments, and they're so, like, automated, you have to wonder, like, why they even, like, bothered to include them in the game.
God.
Like, at least Cloud, you should go faster. We do another segment with Tifa and, like, the Shinra HQ. It's, like, basically essentially holding forward on the control stick.
Oh, they're starting to shoot at you.
Ooh, it took 7. It's 4.
Over here. Thank you.
Let's move.
Alright, that seems...
Give me a hand.